Good morning to you out there in my audience this morning. I know it's early in the morning. It's very early in the morning. But I made my daughter, Black Beauty, a promise. And I told her that I was going to come on the platform today. So before I get my day started and I start doing things that I want to do today, I considered that I said to my little princess, Black Beauty, that I would come on the platform today to speak. So here we are, me and Black Beauty, my princess, my daughter. We're here today again to talk to you, and I dedicate this life lesson again to Black Beauty and to all the inner children all over the world that is trying to get the attention of you so that you can help them to be free because they are so tired and they are so frustrated and they are so angry and they so bitter. This is Elishaba and I am your CCA, your care community advocate. Me and my daughter Black Beauty, we are here to talk to you. I would like to say good morning to everyone that listened to this video and this life lesson. Good morning to you. So, the title of this life lesson this morning is When You Know Something is Wrong and You Don't Know What is Wrong with You. It is your inner child resurfacing herself or himself to get your attention. When you don't know what's wrong with you, why am I feeling the way that I feel? Why am I thinking the way that I'm thinking? Why am I saying and doing the things that I am doing? You don't understand why you getting angry. You don't understand why you are feeling sad and disgusted and frustrated. You just don't understand. Because the reason why you don't understand is because you don't know who you are. You don't know yourself. You don't understand you. You don't understand yourself. You don't understand what exactly is going on in the inside of you. Because all those emotions that we display on the outside of us is actually something that's going on within us. And that something that's going on within us is our or your inner children, your inner child, the little boy and the little girl that was traumatized, the little girl and the little boy that was rejected and abandoned and forsaken and forgot about, the little girl and the little boy that didn't get no love, that didn't get no support, that didn't get anything but demands and control and telling you what you got to do. You know, this is how our parents raised us like this. Our parents raised us telling us what we got to do every day. It was always about what we got to do, how we got to do it, when we got to do it. And if you don't do it, you're not going to be good enough to get a hug from me, or you're not going to be good enough to get a good girl or a good boy pat on the back or on the head. So we was raised and brought up by parents that was unlovable. They was unlovable. They wasn't nice. They wasn't kind. They just gave you a lot of demands and things that you had to do every day. So me and Black Beauty are here this morning again. Like I said, it's early, and I'm not gonna be here long. So what I'm saying, when you know something is wrong with your life, and you just don't know what it is, you just cannot put your finger on what is making me so sad. Why am I so sad? Why am I so uh, miserable feeling? Why am I so angry and frustrated? What's wrong with me? And you always blame the other person. You always take the blame off yourself, and you begin to blame the other people that's in your presence. That's what you do. And this is how the inner child operate. This is how they operate. This is how they operate. See, they trying to get your attention. It's all about unmet needs that you had when you was a little girl and a little boy. You didn't get the things that little girls and little boys supposed to got from their parents. You didn't get that love. You didn't get that hug. You didn't get that I love you every day. You didn't get that hug from your mom and your dad every day. And these are the things that children supposed to get from their parents every day. But we did not get those things. We didn't get the hugs. We didn't get the love. We didn't get the laughter. We didn't get the support. All we got was demands. Demands. That's all we got. Demands. Telling us you got to go to school and get good grades, and you got to go, do this so you can get a good job when you get up. Just demands. Just things that they wanted us to do. So it destroyed us as little girls and little boys. Our own parents. And I know you don't want to hear this because some of y'all are still so attached to your mom or your dad or whoever raised you, grandma, whoever. Some of y'all are so attached to these people that raised you when you was little girls and little boys that you cannot see, you don't want to take responsibility for what really happened to you in your life growing up. You want to say you had a good life and you did not have a good life. Because if you had a good life when you was a little girl and a little boy, you would actually have a good life right now today. So that right there is a red flag that you growed up with trauma, pain, and emotional abuse. Because you are very emotional today. You can't control your emotions. You can't control your emotions. You have a lot of fear. You got a lot of anxiety, a lot of anger. You're sad, no confidence, no motivation. You lack empathy for other people. All of this is indications to you as grown men and grown women that your childhood life was very, very, very destructive. Very destructive. And you don't want to blame your mama. Yeah, I love mama. I love mama. Mama did the best she could. Mama did all that mama knew how to do. No, well, me as the CCA, let me keep it real with you this morning. It's me and Black Beauty here to keep it real with you. Me, personally, can I say that I love my mama today? No, I cannot say that. I cannot say that I love my mama. And my mama's still alive right now today. She's still living right now today. And my mama never tell me, she never told me she loved me when I was a little girl, and she still don't tell me today that she loved me. So, and she still don't have nothing good to say about me or nothing. So, no. Can I say to you today that I love my mama? No, I don't love my mother. I don't love her. I don't love her because now I understand who she is and what she did to my life. She destroyed my life. She destroyed me as a little girl. She destroyed me. Yes, it was her that destroyed me. It was not me myself because I was just an innocent child. So somebody had to put the anger there. Somebody had to put the fear there. Somebody had to put the sadness there. Somebody had to put the rejection there. Somebody had to put the abandonment there. It was my mama, the one that took, my care provider. The one that raised me was my mama, not my daddy. My daddy wasn't there. It was my mama. So no, do I say I love? No, I can't say I love her because she destroyed me. How can you say you love someone that actually destroyed your life? That's, you see, we've been programmed to not actually look at the things that our parents done to us growing. We've been programmed to, love mama no matter what mama did to you. Love daddy no matter what daddy did to you. No, that's not the way to be. Because in order to free your inner child, in order for you to free yourself in these unwanted and unmet feelings and needs that you have to identify the person that that pulled your life through all of the things that you went through as children. So you got to start looking at your mama. How did my mama treat me when I was a little boy or a little girl? How did my mama do me when I was a little boy and a little girl? How? So me and Black Beauty is here just to say this. Your inner child is resurfacing. They've been resurfacing all your life. All your life. Your childhood, you had an inner child. It's the same inner child that you had when you was a child. You just now have grown in age, but not in personality and not in emotions. In emotions and personality, you are still a child. You're still a child. You act like a child. You think like a child. And you do things like children. And that's how you know that your inner child is resurfacing your life, resurfacing your life, trying to show you and get your attention and show you all the pain and the abuse and the agony that they went through as children. But see, you just ignore it. That's what you do. You ignore it. You ignore it. You ignore the cries. You ignore the anger. You ignore the resentment. You ignore the frustration. You ignore all of that. And you try to go on with your life. Well, let me tell you, you cannot go on with your life. Your life is going to be at a standstill right where you are right now, feeling all these emotions and pain and sadness and fear and that. Your life is going to be right there forever. Listen to me, forever until you decide something is wrong with me. And I want to know what's wrong with me. I want to know and understand why I'm feeling like this. Why am I feeling like this? I want to know something is wrong with me. And I need to know what. So at that very moment, I can remember when I was growing up, when I was a little girl, when I was a teenager, when I was a grown woman, all the way up until my life right now today. I used to always say, something is wrong with me. I don't know, something is missing. Something is wrong. I just don't feel good. I don't feel happy. I don't feel, I'm sad all the time and something is wrong. I just could not figure out what was wrong with me. I went to church, all of that. I went to church, I went to Sunday school, I just still, something was wrong with me. Something was missing. And that part of me that was missing was my integration of my inner child becoming one with me. That's what was wrong with me. My inner child was destroyed, which is me, my own self. I was a destroyed person from the childhood trauma that my mama put me through. I'm going to say it again loud to you before I go. I'm getting ready to leave. It was the childhood trauma and pain that my mama and my family and my cousins and my aunties and my grandma and my friends and everybody that I was around in my life growing up. They are the ones. They are the ones. They are the people that destroyed me as a little girl. I don't hold grudge. I hear a lot of people saying that. Well, I don't hold grudge. I don't hold grudge. I'm just gonna forget, I'm just gonna forget about my childhood and I'm gonna forget about I got raped and molested by my uncle and I got raped and molested by my grandma and I got raped and molested by my mama and my daddy and my cousin. I'm just gonna forget about that molestation and that rape. Well, you cannot forget about it, because your inner child will not let you forget about it. Your inner child will not let you forget about nothing that happened to you when you was a little girl and a little boy. They will not let you forget. And that's why you crying, and that's why you sad, and that's why you angry, and that's why you upset, and that's why you frustrated. That's why you fearful. That's why you feel neglected and rejected by everybody. That's why. Because your inner children will not ever, 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 ever. You can be 100 years old And your inner children will still bring back to surface your childhood. Your childhood. I had two white females sitting here with me the other day, and I'm getting ready to leave. I had two white females sitting here with me the other day, and I asked them, "Well, what kind of childhood did you have?" And both of them, "Oh, well, I had a good childhood. I had a good childhood. We all think that. We think that because, see, we don't want to think about all the bad things that happened to us as children. See, we bury it, we hide it, we try to forget about it. But I can tell from just looking at them, the way that they are, the way that they are. Like I always said, everybody been traumatized in some kind of way. Whether it was at your home, whether it was at your school, whether it was your friends, your surroundings, your family member, you've been traumatized in some kind of way. So I came today to say, when you know something is wrong and you don't know what is wrong, that's your inner child resurfacing, wanting to get your attention, because they tired of hurting. They tired of being angry. They tired of being afraid. They tired of being rejected. They tired of being neglected. They tired. They want to be free. They don't want to feel the pain no more. They've been feeling it since they was little girls. Since you was a little girl or little boy, they've been feeling the pain. And that's all the pain that you feel as an adult is all the things that you went through when you was a child. So they're not gonna let you forget. And your life just gonna be miserable until you deal with your inner child. You gotta deal with them. They're not gonna let you be happy. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do, how you do, when you do, how many relationships, it doesn't matter. They're not going to let you be happy because they are not happy. And your inner child is you. It is you. It is you. And I was talking to my sister the other day, and I told you I've been trying to help my sister to free her inner child, to integrate her inner child as one together. I've been trying to help her to deal with her childhood pain and trauma so she can become her authentic self. Because until you deal with that, you will never be the person that you're really supposed to be in this world or in this earth. That's really stopping you from being your authentic self. Your childhood trauma, it stops you. You got to deal with that first. You have to deal with that first in order to be the person that you're supposed to be, in order to feel the way that you need to feel as a human being in this world. You have to deal with that. But I was talking to my sister, and I'm getting ready to leave now. I was talking to my sister, and I was telling you, like last week, she was trying to be in a relationship with this guy, and uh, she just been saying things like, and I know it's her inner child. I've been telling her, I said, your inner child is in the driver's seat of your life. Your inner child is driving your car. She's in charge of your life, your inner child. And she said, no, it's not my inner child, it's me. But she denied it. She denied it. And the relationship that she was trying to have with the individual it have been sabotaged. It have been destroyed. I cannot sabotaged. It have been destroyed. It have been destroyed. And her and the individual was in a conversation, and he told her, you know what? I got 4 children, and you acting just like a child. I don't need no child in my life. I don't need no child. I'm actually looking for a mature woman. And you're not mature and you're acting like a child. That's what the individual told my sister. You are acting like a child. You acting like a child. You got all these demands and you got all this demand. It's got to be your way when you want it, when you think it, and you no. See, that's her inner child. And I kept telling her for a whole 2 months, your inner child is going to destroy this relationship. It's going to destroy this relationship if you don't get control of your inner child, if you don't acknowledge your inner child, if you don't free your inner child. She is going to destroy your relationship and everything and every part of your life. So she just, oh no, it's not my inner child, it's me. What she don't understand, her inner child is her. So me and Black Beauty wanted to hop on real quick, real quick. And when a man say to you, you acting like a child, or when a woman say to you, you acting like a child, you better believe that your inner child is in full focus and control of your life. You better know that. So me and Black Beauty will talk to you next week. Black Beauty, is there anything else that I need to say before mommy leave? Black Beauty said just look at yourself. Look at yourself. Look at your life. Look at your life. Look at yourself. When you look at yourself and you accept yourself for the way that you are, then your inner child will begin to talk to you and try to help you to understand what you need to do to change and to get rid of all those feelings that you are having. I'll talk to y'all next week. Subscribe, like this video, share the video, hit the like button. Bye.